Hello, everyone. Welcome to Turned by Carolyn. My name is Carolyn Lewis, and I've been a stylist for 20 years. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic that I kind of understand why some of y'all are traumatized, and some of y'all turn into leprechauns when we get to this part of the service, and that is when it's time to get your ends trimmed. And I was gonna start this video off by saying, like, what be wrong with y'all? But at the same time, I kind of understand what be wrong with y'all. I feel like some of y'all have been tortured by other hairstylists, and I think for a certain period of time, hairstylists were trimming everybody's hair, like every time you would get a relaxer, they would trim your hair. And that is completely wrong. Because if you think about it, the hair only grows half an inch in 6 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks. And if you are trimming that off, you are basically going to be keeping the same haircut for a very long time. The hair does not need to be trimmed that often. And I think some of us were taught that. And some people hair grow faster than others, and some people can get a haircut, that often, and they still can show length. But a lot of people, hair grows at a normal rate of speed, and cutting a half an inch off of their hair is just, you're not giving them room to grow. You're not giving their hair room to grow if you're cutting it off. You're basically cutting off the growth every time their hair grows. So the proper amount of time to get a hair trim, and if you are doing it correctly, and if you are keeping your hair correctly, you only gonna take 1/4 of an inch off a client's hair, and that is gonna be about every 12 weeks or every 3 to 4 months. And when you have a healthy head of hair, you basically only going to be doing like a brushing, of the ends off of the hair. I know some hairstylists, y'all say some hairstylists be scissor happy, and that may be true. But some of y'all crazy as hell. Like literally turn into a little leprechaun when it's time to get their ends trimmed. Just like, let me see my hair. Let me see what everybody want to see their hair before they get their ends trimmed. And I kind of understand that a little bit, but some people just be so aggressive because the last person that cut their hair or supposedly trimmed their hair, cut all their hair off, and they take that anxiety to every hairstylist that they go to. Like, if you come into me, you have been referred by someone. I feel like you should be trusting me to trim your hair and not acting a fool when it's time to get your ends trimmed. Nobody wants to just be cutting all your hair off. I'm not going to get paid no extra money for cutting off, an extra 5 inches of your hair. We only want y'all's hair to be healthy. And some hairstylists, like myself, I'm not going to argue with you about getting your ends trimmed. I'm just not going to do your hair again if you don't like to get your ends trimmed, because I'm not going to have my name walking around. My name is not going to be attached to unhealthy hair, unless we just going through a situation and trying to get your hair, healthy. We're not fixing to have people, I'm not fixing to have people walking around with raggedy ends and my name attached to it, because that just messes the whole hairstyle up. It's not even a complete finished look if you have raggedy ends on your hair. It's no shape to the hair. It's just a complete disaster. So I want to ask y'all, before you go sit in somebody's chair to get your ends trimmed, I want to ask y'all to make sure that you have researched this person. Make sure that you know that they are cutting your hair properly and don't go in people's chair and act like a fool because you don't want to get your ends trimmed because of a previous experience that you have had and you carrying it on to the new stylist. Like, that's insanity. And we want to instill that in the kids too. Let the kids know that they have to get their ends trimmed, and if they're getting their ends trimmed properly, they will not have to get, you know, big, huge amounts of their hair cut off. That's what we're gonna do in 2021. We're gonna get our ends trimmed correctly and off, and that way we don't have to take off 2, 3, 4, and 5 inches of hair, and then you traumatized and don't ever want to get your ends trimmed again. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys with a new video soon. Please like, comment, and subscribe.